pass information from one method to another. So to do this, let's declare a variable. Let's say int favnum equals 7. Then I say system.out.println. And then I'll just say hello. Hello. ... And then I'm going to call, let's say, get favnum. So I'm making a method called get favnum, and I'm going to just say system.out.print. I'm going to say goodbye. So to pass this favorite number into, or this variable to a method, I'm going to put it right here. This is known as an argument, and I just write the name right there. So we're passing through this variable into this method. So if I write public static void get favnum, then if I say system.out.println your favorite number is, and then I put plus favnum, it's still going to have an issue. I'm not running this, but right here we're passing it through. Here we have to tell it, hey, expect to get an integer and then called favnum or whatever we want. At this point, we're in a sense redeclaring it down here. So this can be a local variable for this method. I can change this to actually just say num, and it's still going to display the same thing. So if I run this, your favorite number is 7. So when you are passing through a variable into a method, you can change the name when you redeclare it down here. So when you pass it through up here, this is known as an argument. And then down here, this here, I'm going to just put it here. This is known as a parameter. So when you pass it here and you declare this in the method header, this is known as a parameter. Here, this is known as an argument. Okay, so that's how you pass information to a variable. Now, we can also pass different things. So if I pass, for example, I take this out, and let's just say 7 and 8. Here, I can just say int num1, int num2, because we're still passing through numbers. And then here, I can just say num1 plus quote plus num2 plus quote equals, and then equals num1 plus num2. I forgot the plus right there. So here, it should display 15, if I did it right. And it does. So you can also pass multiple variables. All you do is just pass it through with a comma. Okay? Now, how would I say, if I wanted to return this information up here, how would I do this? Well, first we need to declare a variable. So I'm going to say int total. And then here I'm going to say total equals. So the total is going to equal this. Now, here, when we are setting a variable to get information from a method, here I know I need to return something. So instead of a void, I'm going to write int. This is saying, hey, you're going to return an integer back. You see how this has a red squiggly line now, because it is actually looking for the keyword return. So if I put return num1 plus num2, and then now if I wrote total, I'm just changing this up a little bit, plus total, now it's just going to say total 15. total 15. So this is how you return or pass information back from one method to the method that called it. So this is passing a method back, or returning a value from a method. So this is return a value from a method. And all it does is it just matters what the data type is. So here everything is an integer. If this was a double, then everything needs to be a double. And then I would have to put here 7.0, 8.0 for it to work. But it's still the same thing, 15. So all your method header has to have in it is, if it's returning information, this has to match what called it. And you have to have it set equal to. So your variable is equal to the name of the method, because that's where that information, when it returns, gets stored.